Hi everyone, Swingthany State Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new Rex Orange County album, Who Cares? This is a brand new LP from Alex O'Connor, aka Rex Orange County, a singer-songwriter who is now on his fourth full-length LP, the follow-up to his 2019 major label debut, Pony. A project that did receive some mixed reactions from fans and critics alike, many of whom may have expected something different given the more bedroom pop leanings of Rex's earlier work. Which I can't speak to personally, as I didn't rant and rave about those albums when they dropped. My first intro to Rex Orange County was obviously through his inclusions on Tyler the Creator's Flower Boy, but I still wasn't crazy about Pony myself though. Yeah, there were some killer tunes in the track list, like 10 out of 10, but something definitely felt missing from this project. The production sure sounded clean, maybe more professional in comparison with Rex's earlier works, but the writing and performances and instrumentation came off much more measured on this project, really to a fault. Essentially, I left Pony feeling like Rex had a better record in him, and personally, I think Who Cares is that better record. It was pretty clear from the outset that this was going to be a different musical experience, given the first taste that we had of the project Keep It Up. This track felt like a good balance between the lush and beautiful instrumentation that made Apricot Princess so good, but then also the direct and cut-and-dry songwriting that Rex was attempting on Pony. Plus, there are some genuine feelings of self-encouragement and acceptance being wrestled with in the lyrics. And the track sounds like the theme song to a 90s family sitcom in the best way possible. There may still be a lasting sentiment among some Rex fans that, oh, this doesn't sound exactly like the old stuff, I wish he would kind of bring that back, which I get, but simultaneously I would say Rex is absolutely nailing it on this track in every way that he can. Like with Pony, many of the songs from here operate on a bass line of very simple beats and instrumentation, but the mixes offer a bit more punch and weight, more to bite into, and all of these sampled string sections brought by close collaborator Benny Sings on this record, who is pretty much on this thing from front to back, they really elevate the writing on these tracks immensely, playing off Rex's constant lyrics about escapism and self-acceptance in a bittersweet way. Cause on the surface, a lot of this LP sounds very pretty, very happy-go-lucky, but dig a little bit deeper on this project and you'll see the emotions here are locked in a series of internal struggles, eventually leading to a gratifying conclusion on the title track, which is a song that's very much about overthinking things and self-consciousness and allowing yourself to let go and be happy instead. So Who Cares has a really great run of cuts in the first half. Open a Window is great from front to back. The soul-inspired lead vocals and chord changes, the string sections are on point, plus they match really well with the subtly growly tone of the bass and groovy beats. The Tyler feature on the back end is not just good, but also a very natural fit, showing just how much creative common ground Rex and Tyler have. The string sections on Worth It sound like something straight out of a fairy tale, which makes for some theatrical vocal passages where it sounds like Rex is giving a performance in the midst of a musical, which contrasts well with the funkier drum and bass bits that are laced with touches of woodwind. From here we have a 1-2 combo of love songs that lay the sweetness on heavy. Don't change a thing, you are amazing, you're one in a million. Again, really good highlights, but from here in the second half is where stuff gets tough. I wouldn't say the quality of the project drops off exponentially or anything like that, but I can tell that Rex and Benny are struggling a little bit to find footing, bringing some much needed versatility to this project. Cause really, how many sad but saccharine string ballads can you do, especially when you've set the bar so high on the opener? We have the very tense and moody If You Want It, where the strings are swapped out for synths. It's an interestingly dark change of pace, yes, but I still wish there was more progression across the track. It does come off a bit one-dimensional. I mean, as long as we're changing, maybe this might be a time to incorporate some of the explosive and visceral strides that made Apricot Princess, some tracks on that record, so interesting. Because, like with Pony, there are some pockets of this LP that come off a bit too measured. 7 AM brings another ballad, another helping of pretty instrumentation, but the lyrics on this one purely show Rex just wallowing in his own misery and self-doubt in a way that is a little difficult to stomach. Making Time is the shortest cut here, and a very stripped back, a little guitar number that is kind of raw on the production side. While I guess it is another change of pace, it's not a terribly exciting one. Maybe this stark shift would have hit harder had the previous song been a bit more grand in tone or presentation. But with that being said, this record does have a very strong ending with the song Shoot Me Down, which is a genuinely heart-wrenching piano ballad with some grand chord progressions, a thick groove. The instrumental is vivid, the vocal performance is emotionally potent. The vibe of the song is down but not out. As depressing as this song is, Rex is still striving for something on this one. There's still hope that he's fighting for. And that's where I think much of this record's magic comes out in its storytelling, that tension of being in an in-between place. I am very well aware of my surroundings and my situation. I'm not happy with it. I hate it, but I'm going to fight to put myself in a better position, in a better spot. Be that emotionally and mentally or interpersonally. And then the title track that I mentioned earlier is a very gratifying finish for the entire LP, closes things up thematically in terms of all of the emotional struggles that Rex had been going through on track after track up until this point. And coming away from this track and this record in general, I hope Rex can actually embody the attitudes and the feelings that he is broadcasting on songs like this, allowing him to transition into a point in his career where he can actually feel freer creatively and not have to worry so much about what people are thinking or saying. That being said, there are some tracks I'm not crazy about. There are also issues with the album's versatility and flow, but on the whole, I see this project as an improvement over Pony on all fronts and leaves me looking forward to what Rex is going to do next. I'm feeling a light to decent 7 on this one. Transition, have you given this record a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well over here next to my head. It's another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Rex Orange County, forever.